What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the GCC, and I am here with the new Guardianship early review. Obviously, this set comes out April 1st and is going to retail for $100, but I got it at my local toy store. Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid set. Now let's dive into the minifigures. Alright guys, the first minifigure that we're going to be looking at today is Warlock. I absolutely love this minifigure. Obviously, he's rocking the red and gold color scheme, which is awesome. He does have some flick missiles you can, just flick, which I think is pretty appropriate. He does have a cape, which is pretty nice, which can flip up and can reveal another print underneath, which I think is really cool. Of course, he does have the gold hair as well, and he does have another face expression, so I'll change that for you guys right now, and there you go. You can see his other face expression, which I think is pretty decent. I love this minifigure, and I'm glad they included him in this set. Now let's move on to our next fig. Alright guys, the next fig that we're going to be looking at today is Nebula. Obviously, she has her standard Ravager outfit, except with the silver arm, which I think is a nice inclusion. She is rocking the katana, and then, of course, you can see her face print goes on to the back of her head as well, which I think is really nice. I think it's a decent fig, not my favorite minifigure, but I think it's okay. Now let's move on to our next. Alright guys, the next minifigure that we're going to be looking at today is Star-Lord, aka Peter Quill. Obviously, he has his Ravager outfit, just like the other Guardians. And we got the same exact minifigure in the $10 Guardians of the Galaxy headquarters set, but I thought it was nice LEGO decided to include him in the set. Obviously, you get his dual pistols, which I think is nice. And he does have another face expression, which I'll change for you now. There you go. You can see his angry expression. I think it's a pretty solid minifigure. Nothing too special. Let's move on to our next fig. Alright guys, the next minifigure that we're going to be looking at today is Drax. Obviously, he has his little dual knives, which I think is nice, and of course his face print. I feel like we don't get a lot of Drax minifigures, so honestly, I'm kind of happy they finally threw Drax in here. Of course, you can see the print on the back of his head, which I think is nice. Obviously, he's wearing that standard Ravager outfit, which I think is okay, but I thought it was nice for LEGO to include another Drax minifigure in here. Now let's move on to Mantis, our last minifigure. Okay guys, here's Mantis, our last minifigure, and obviously she is wearing her standard Ravager outfit, nothing too special, and of course her hairpiece that we've had in the past. I'll change it around so you can see her other face expression now. Then, of course, you guys can see her angry face expression. Again, nothing too special, but I think it was nice of LEGO to include her. Alright guys, moving on to the box. There's nothing too special about it. Obviously 10 plus, set number 76255, the new Guardianship, 1,108 pieces. You can see all the minifigs that we just went over. Obviously you have the Guardians in the top right hand corner. Looking at the back, you can see some of the functions that I'll be going over in just a minute. And then, yeah, just a better picture of the actual set. You can see the minifigs fighting each other, which I think is pretty awesome. Now getting into the instruction book, there's nothing too special in this, honestly. Obviously they're trying to switch to paper packaging, which we've talked about before. Again, I still have not found any paper packaging. Of course, you have your instructions. No special stickers. Honestly, they're just pretty basic stickers, which I was kind of disappointed about, but that's okay. Of course, you have all your pieces in the back, and then just some other functions that I'll be going over in just a moment. Now let's get into the actual build. Alright guys, getting into the actual ship itself, I really like this. This is definitely my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 set. The first function that we're going to be going over is basically so you can kind of remove this, and then you also have clips in there so you can clip in, your swords or your pistols or whatever you want, and that goes the same for down here. And then also, if we switch this around over here, so you can have up to 4 attachments, which I think is really nice. Moving back to the engines, as you guys can see, I mean, it is very, very well done. I love this. Of course, you can move the engines around if you would like. I love this set. Again, you can take it off the display stand, which I think is a really nice feature. I love how LEGO's been doing that more, including more display sets. So if you want to display it or if you want to play with it. Let's try to remove this now, honestly. There we go. Okay, so there you go. So it's just a basic display stand that we've had in the past, and then you can fly your ship around or whatever. I just think that's nice how LEGO included that. The other thing that I'm going to be talking about is basically you can remove these. Let me see if, yeah, there we go. Okay, so you get 2 of them, which I think is pretty nice. I guess they're like little mini ships, so basically this can come up, you can fit your minifigure in there, and then you can fly it around or whatever, which I think is pretty nice to include. You can see some more detail of the actual ship. Now looking into the cockpit, you can remove that, well, push it up I should say. You have 2 seats which I think is pretty nice, so you can fit your Guardians in there. And then underneath, actually, you do have some more space that you can fit another minifigure. So basically, you can lift this up, and then you can slide a minifigure into there, which I think is pretty interesting, as you guys saw, that sticker piece, and I think that is pretty cool. That's about it for the features, honestly, but I love the build. It's just a little over 1,000 pieces, and I definitely think this is worth it. So if you're into this, I would definitely pick this up. I absolutely love it. Now let's wrap it up. Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know I'm not the best reviewer, but please do not bully me in the comments. Yeah, again, this comes out April 1st, and it is going to retail for $100 USD. I hope this helps with your decision making, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and honestly, it would make my day. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Again, it'd really help out the channel, and honestly, it would help out the video. Again, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in today, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.